Hello, Stampers. This is Joanne Perry from Stampin' Joe. I am here because, first of all, it's the first week of spring, and today there's something happening in about 40 minutes. Guess what it is? It is the retiring list from the annual catalog, this book. If you have this, this is only going to be ending May 3rd, but demonstrators will see a PDF today at 4 o'clock in Maritimes. And so we will have a sneak peek as a demonstrator. That's one of our benefits. We get to preview early for the upcoming catalogs, and then 1 month before we can pre-order some of the products. But when the new PDF comes out, we're also going to see what is retiring from this list. So in about 40 minutes, if you go on the website on stampinjoe.stampinup.net, you'll be able to go on the online store, and it should show last chance or retiring items. And that will be all the stuff from this catalog. So this is giving you enough time to grab the stuff that you really wanted to get, but you didn't get a chance yet. So, and tomorrow what I'll do is, as I print my my list, I will go through my catalog and mark everything down. Plus, when there's a retiring list, what else is in there is a special. They do put some of our products at a discounted price. So last chance, and you can save. So if you want to see that, just hop onto my website in about 40 minutes and you will see it. And if you miss it, if you don't have a chance to go on it today, just come tomorrow. I will do a Facebook Live, and I will flip through every page, and you can grab a coffee or a glass of water, whatever you want. And but grab. Oh my gosh, I can't talk anymore. Grab a marker to mark it as I go through the pages, and it'll be much easier for you. I've been doing that for the last year or two, and I'm getting good feedback with that. So everybody likes doing it that way better. I will announce it ahead of time what time we will go live with that list. But so until then, I figured I'd keep you busy for the next probably 20 minutes or so. I'm not sure how long this will take, but because we're the first week of spring, I figured it would be a good time to show, to make a card that shows one of the items in this catalog, and it is, I'll just try to find a page here. There it is. Flowers for Every Season, and it's the Jar of Flowers. So this one here, we'll be using the punch and also those little mason jar shaker domes. So if you never bought those, or you bought them, if you're like me and you've had them on your counter for a while, just never used it, I will show you what I did today. It's the first time I played with it. So let's flip the camera, and I'll put it on my stand so you can see me working, doing my card. And if you don't have time to stick around, it's okay. You can just come back later and watch the replay. Just gonna put this on the stand. I think you're centered now. Let's just go get my computer ready too, so I can see if there's any comments. I'll try to keep an eye on it, but I will I just want to try to keep an eye on it, but I want to also try to go fast enough for the card so that it doesn't hold you in here too long. All right, so like I said, we will be using the jar of flowers. Let me know if you have this. So you have 4 different flowers in there, and you got the stems. This is the jar, the cover for the jar. And then there's the larger jar and a smaller one. And this is just like a decoration, you know, for the, like if you want to make an edge. So this is what it looks like. And then we have the coordinating punch. So let me just tell you what the prices are on these in case you're interested. If you buy the stamp set alone, it's $31. And the punch is, they're usually like $24. Let me just go check. All the punches are listed at page 165 to 169. Yeah. So the jar is here, $24. Yeah. But if you buy both of them together, you save 10% if you use this code 154064. So it's $49.50 for the set. There's a card just right there that they made with it. So there's different ways to use this stamp set. But I just thought I liked that card that I found. Let me tell you who it was. It's oh yes. By the way, I can't pronounce this name. It's Papier Jackson D. I think it's German. And her name, German or Australian. I'm not sure. I think I'm safer to just put the link to her blog after. Sorry about that. I can't say it. Limby Zum Paper. Yeah, and it doesn't say if it's German or Australian, Aussie. But anyways, I just Googled it on Pinterest, and I found a card that I liked. So I'm going to show you what I did. So first of all, I've used a thick white card base. Let's move this over. And I'm gonna find my bone folder. So I cut the sheet in half, and then, so that's half a sheet, as you can see right there. So you're 8.5 by 11. So I cut it at 5.5, and then I scored it at 4.25. So you get 2 cards on one sheet for the newbies out there. And this just to make your fold crisp. And then this is a sheet of the In Good Taste Designer Series paper. It's in the annual catalog as well. There's a mix of designs in there. And there's a lot of sheets. It's bigger than our normal packs. So I've cut this at 4 by 5.25. And then I'm going to take the punch, unlock it, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm pushing it all the way down and just centering in the middle of both sides, okay? And you just punch that out. Then you have a little jar that you can use on a different project. And I'm gonna take my foam pad. So it's better if you lay it like this. Yeah, I couldn't understand what she was saying, but I was just watching her video and I figured it out. And I'm gonna use my Memento Tuxedo Black. I seen that she used the StazOn, but I'm not sure why. So, but I prefer using Memento. So you're inking that up with black ink. and you're aligning this as good as you can. I'm gonna have to pull it out, so pull it my way so I can see where I'm stamping now. Sorry for a second here. You're just centering inside the cutout image. Okay, so you see there? You can leave it on there. Actually, I don't even need to leave it on. Now I'm gonna take my stems, which is this part. So the flat edge goes on the top, and the bottom is all of the other tips. Don't know if you can see it right there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna stamp it again inside the jar. This time I'm gonna bring it down because I want to get the top edge along the top, like the bottom of these rims. There you go. Like this. And while I have this out, let's do the coloring. So I'm using our stamping blends. They now come in sets of 2. You can't buy them individually, so it's one code for the set. So you got the light color and the dark color. This is how I store them. I put elastic around the matching colors, and I use my label maker and just put them on there, because if you look, it's pretty small. With my my eyes are not as good as they used to be. I will put my reading glasses on, and so I can color inside the lines. So I'm just using the light one, and I'm using the pointier tip. You can have the brush tip here. And it's very nice outside. We had a really good week for the first week of spring, right? I spent most of my afternoon yesterday outside with Maxine. She was off, and she was actually washing her car. Played frisbee with Daisy. And that's it. All right. That's about it. And then I will set that aside for now. And you would take your a piece of basic white cardstock, and you can choose, like I said, you can choose any bouquet to put in it. The tulips would be nice too, but I decided to go with the sunflowers. And with the Memento ink again. Yeah, and I use Memento ink because I knew I was going to use my stamping blends. So since they are alcohol markers, it's better with the Memento. And that's the image it gives you. And then fast forward, you color them all. And plus I had to fussy cut around it, so I was not going to do that on camera. Way too long. But I did start the second one. I'm going to finish that with you to show you the colors, the other colors I use. So for the middle, it was soft suede. And I'm just going to use the light one. Oh, I'm going to put my page back to you, the comments, just in case. And I'll go back after to see if anybody had any questions. I know I usually give you a little heads up, but I was just trying to find some cards to make. So the light soft suede in the center of the sunflowers. Pretty simple. Now the yellow part, they are the Mango Melody. So I already colored them all in the light color. Now I'm gonna just come in with the dark one to do the shading around it. So I'm just going like this. And I usually use those little lines. You see all the little lines, black lines around it? I use that for shadowing, like to make it darker. So, but right now I'm just going all around. Like that, and the same as here. Yeah, I've had these jars, the jar domes for a long time. Well, since the catalog came out, because I thought, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Look at that punch and everything. I never played with it. Who else does that? Buy stuff and don't use? And then you're mad when it retires because you can't show it. There. I think that's good enough. And for the green, I've used Mossy Meadow again. So I already colored them with the light color, but I find that the dark one is too dark for the shading, so I'm just going to go again over with the light in certain areas. Doesn't need that many shadows on there. And that's it. So just show you closer right now. But aren't those pretty? And the same as the center of these and the other flowers. They are, I did make labels on this one. It's Blackberry Bliss. I'm just going to go with the light again on top of the light. And I'm going to do it where the little dots are. And on this one, just a few spots. The center. You can even, you could go with the darker, like that's what I did with this one. But I kind of like the shades, like the two colors. So that's what this looks like. But I'm gonna go with the Wink of Stella on top of these. Just in the center. And on this flower. So if you're just joining now and you missed it, I was saying that at 4 o'clock, this is an Atlantic time, the retiring list is coming out and demonstrators can see the PDF for the new annual catalog. Sorry. Every time I do a live, losing my voice. So yeah, we will see what is coming in the new catalog and we will see what is not coming back. So we'll know what's retiring. So, but we can share that list with you. And you can also see what's going to be on sale. Because when they retire some catalogs, they usually put stuff on sale. So you see the shimmer in the center? Trying to put it in an angle so you can see it. So those are the two flowers. So let's see. I'm going to take a sip here. All right. Next step. So this is gonna go here, but let me show you our mason jar shaker domes. There is a pack of 10 for $8.75. This is Canadian, and that's what they look like. So you see how thick it is? It will cost you extra for your mailing, but so worth it. Imagine the recipient getting this. So I'm just going to take one of them out. There is a strip of, it's like the backing of dimensionals. So that brings out the stickiness in there. And there's also one on the back. So you pull that out as well, and it becomes sticky. Okay. So the step that I went with, so basically is you would take this off and then put that like this. And then you would put glue on the back and glue it down on your card, aligned with the jar. But I wanted to put some sequins in there. So I'm kind of making like a shaker card. So let me see, where's my little sequins? Oh, right in front of me. This is on the same page as these domes. They're called Flower for Every Season Gems, and it's like this. There's green and clear little gems on there. So you can make shaker cards with these, or you can just put glue on your card and then stick them on it. Now this is going to be tricky because I already folded my card, but if you don't fold it ahead of time, you can do this. So what I'm going to do is get my Tombow glue liquid, and I'm going to put a few dots and then my pick a tool. It has putty on the end and it's tacky, so you can pick them up like that and then flip it over. Whoops, let's see, I'll just put a few here, easier to pick them up. I want them on the shiny side like that. Or if you have tweezers too, you can use tweezers, but this is what I used earlier. Where's my glue? Right there. And I'll put a clear one. It's just not going good for me. There. And then I'm going to put a few loose ones in here. Okay. Now this will be glued right down on top of there. Bring it to in front of my eye so I can see better. Let's see, it should align right there. Okay. So now this will go on top of it like that. And like I said, this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. But you can remove this backing now on the top and put your glue around your designer paper. so. And then just go over it. And there we go. And since I made two, you don't have to make two, you could just pop one up like this. It's just as nice. But I want to put two of them, kind of make a bouquet like she did with hers. So about there. I'm going to glue this down. Just to know where to put it. And then I'm going to put this one on dimensionals. I usually put 3. Remove the backings. And I don't know if you saw the picture I posted yesterday. Some dogs that has those things stuck on their nose. That's a common thing you'll see around. I find them everywhere around the house. And there you go. I think that's it. That's the card. It's all done. And look, it's a shaker card. So some of them are moving around, but the other ones are going to stay where they are, so that way they see it. If you're holding your card like this, I don't know if you can tell with the camera, but they're sitting in the bottom of the jar. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's see this dimension here. That's that one. The one before, I did it with the twine on there. I put the gold twine on it. But I was too scared to frig it up when I would do the video, because it was first time I did it, and I wasn't too sure how to put it on. But it's basically between your designer paper. Once you put your jar down, you take your twine, you glue it inside, like on the card base, on each end, and you cut the center, and then you take the two ends and make a knot and a bow. But I was too scared. I think I'll add some of these on there too. Let's put like 3 of them. Small one. I wish they would automatically fall on the back, on the flat side, but they don't. You just gotta play with it. I'm gonna try with just my nails, but I'm not too, there you go. Wasn't too sure how that would look. This looks like water drops, the clear ones. And on the other side, and there you go. Voila. So, what time is it? 3:52. In about 10 minutes, you'll be able to see the retiring list and what's going to be discounted. They usually have really good deals on there. So just hop on over to my blog in the online store and look for the retiring list or last chance. My blog is stampinjoe.stampinup.net. And today is March 24th, 2021. Because I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel. So if you're just watching a replay down the road, don't be looking for that retired list because it's gone. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Oh, I should mention, actually, if you do see something you want, send me an email right away, because when they put stuff on the retired list, they don't last, especially when they're on sale. So make sure that you have a piece of paper and a pen when you're looking at the retired list, and send me a message right away. I'll be sending orders for every time I have a total of $100, so they'll be sent out, regularly. Okay, but you can also order online directly on my website. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.